welcome back to another episode of Cooking Corner with me, Giuseppe CrimiVaroli. Today for you, we are going to be making some scrumptious Snickerdoodles. In terms of ingredients, you're going to need the following. You're going to need some flour. You're also going to need some eggs. You're going to need some sugar. You're going to need some cinnamon and some cinnamon sugar. You're going to need baking soda. You're going to need cream of tartar. And you're going to need 1 cup of butter softened. In terms of equipment, you're going to need the following. You're going to need 2 baking sheets. You're going to need tin foil for those baking sheets. You're going to want, but not need, a KitchenAid. Something to mix up your dough. You can do it by hand or with a spoon, but it's much easier with an electric mixer. You're going to need some measuring cups and a measuring spoon. You're going to need a regular tablespoon and a regular fork. And you're going to need a large mixing bowl, a medium mixing bowl, and a small mixing bowl. Step number 1, as always, is going to be wash your hands. Go ahead, turn your water on, stick your mitts underneath, get them nice and moist. Once your hands are sufficiently wet, grab your soap, add some to your hands. 2 squirts is my preference. Rub it all around on your hands, get them between the fingers, get on the back of the knuckles, stick them back under the water, and wash all the soap off. Once you get your hands are sufficiently clean, you can turn the water off, grab a towel, and dry your hands. And we're ready to cook. Moving on to step number 2, and step number 2 is going to be make your dry mixture. Now before you make your dry mixture, now is a good time to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now, to make your dry mixture, you're going to need to add into a medium mixing bowl 2½ cups of flour, 2 teaspoons cream of tartar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and finally 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now that you put all your ingredients for your dry mixture in the bowl, you can use that fork and mix them all up. Now that your mixture is complete, you can just get rid of it and move on to the next step. Moving on to step number 3. And step number 3 is going to be make your wet mixture. Now, to make your wet mixture, what you're going to need to do is add 2 eggs. Now that you've added your 2 eggs, you can add your 1 cup of softened butter. Once you've added your 1 cup of softened butter, you can go ahead and add 1 cup and 1/3 of sugar. Once all your ingredients are in the bowl, you can take your electric mixer and combine them. Now you've got both a wet and a dry mixture. You're not going to guess what's going to happen next. On step 4, you're going to be combining your 2 mixtures. So, you're going to take your dry ingredients and slowly add them to your wet mixture. As you do so, take the time and incorporate them. Once you've got most of your dry mixture mixed in, you just go ahead and add the rest and combine. Moving on to step number 5, and step number 5 is a little step I like to call the shake, shake, and bake. Now what do I mean by that? I'm going to tell you. You're going to take your dough and shape it into a ball. Once you've got a ball, you're going to shake it in some cinnamon sugar. And once you shaken it in the cinnamon sugar, you're going to bake it on the sheet until it's done. Once you've finished shaping and shaking your cookies, you should have about 40. Then what you can do is move on to the baking. You're going to bake them at 400 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. Go ahead, open your oven, stick your Snickerdoodles in there, and let them bake. Now that your Snickerdoodles are done baking, you can take them out of the oven and let them cool on the counter. Don't those look delicious? Time for the final step, which is going to be plating. So, now that your cookies are all cooled off, you can peel them off of the tin foil and put them on a plate in a decorative pattern. Now, let's go in for a little taste test. Soft and chewy, delicious! That concludes this week's winter episode of Cooking Corner with me, Giuseppe CrimiVaroli. I hope you enjoyed the Snickerdoodles. I certainly know I did. If there's something you'd like, so close. We're on the verge of greatness, and I screwed the pooch. If there's something you want to see on the show, leave it below in the comments. If you like this video, leave a like on it. If you like videos like this, subscribe to my whole channel and turn on that notifications button. Until next time, bye-bye now.